And oh, that was a bit much. Zoom in a little bit and find myself to see if it looks good. Not really, does it? A little bit more towards here. Yeah, that's good. My cable somewhere, because my phone wasn't that charged, so I'm gonna keep it on the charger before I'm gone. Hoi Margot, leuk dat je erbij bent. Ik wacht nog heel eventjes hoor, tot het 1 uur is. Hoi Sandy, leuk dat je er bent. Hoi Elina. Well, it's 1, so I'm just gonna start by showing some products and what we will be working on today. The main focus will be on this new stamp set. I think you pronounce it as Mahalo, I think. And the Marmalade, the Paddington stamp. Hoi Martinique, gezellig. And the Paddington set. These two were voted for in our next live, so I thought they had the same amount of votes, so I thought we would combine them. This one I already made off camera with one of the images. As you can see, I just created this cute postcard beach scene for them, which I think will be adorable. And we'll be using the Sassy Club ATC dies again, because I know some of you always wondering, does it fit on an ATC? So I thought that would be fun to show. And yes, this one does. It overhangs just a little bit this piece of ear, but I mean, it fits, yeah. This one obviously not. I mean, you could, if you cut off a little bit of the umbrella, that I'll leave up to you guys, but we'll be making 2. My die is a mess because I have the sample and the normal die set in here. But yeah, what I did is I got 2 of these bigger pieces out of red cardstock. And I inlaid this postage one to create 2 ones with a frame, because this will be a see-through ATC card. On this one I already attached our pre-cut acetate that we sell. This one, it has 2 protective layers, so it looks cloudy now, but when you take them off, then it's nice and clear. So let's start with this one, and then after we will do one with this cutie. And this one does obviously fit on an ATC as well. So I am gonna remove my second protective layer on this one, so it's nice and clear. I already adhered some double-sided tape to save some time all around this second one. And then again, don't forget about your protective layers of these ATC sized acetate pieces. Jeez, that word. There we go. I'm just gonna secure that nicely and also take off that other one. There we go. I just like to use these thin foam strips to turn them into shakers. You could also stack them, like cut some frames multiple times and stack them up, but this is way faster. And this ATC Die from the Sassy Club, it has so many things you can put inside this base piece to create shakers that it's really fun. Also have a video up using the die, making 5 different shaker ATCs. So if you want to check that out, you can see more in depth there. There you go. That one is nicely filled up. I always like to use some, what's it called again? Anti-static powder that you use for heat embossing along the sides of my foam strips, because it can still be a little bit sticky. And then just clean it up. I have prepared some shaker bits. I was thinking a little bit of red and a little bit of blue to match our cute stitch here. And you can do this as full or empty as you like. I always like to have a nice amount in there. And a little bit of this lighter blue. I think that's plenty. And now the dangerous part is getting that backing tape off without your sequins flying everywhere. And I also like to add a little bit of glue for some wiggle room to get things straight. Just a little bit. There we go. I'm just gonna bring this to me, you guys, so you can see it a little bit better here. It's all nicely lined up. There we go. And then stick him on. You can do this with double-sided tape as well. I usually do with liquid and just not move too close to the edges of your stamp, because when you press it down it will move there anyway, and this way it doesn't leak onto your acetate. How cute! See? Nice see-through shaker. You can see it left and right of him coming through. Do it with any opening you want, of course, but I thought this one was fun. I had not used it yet. And then I'm gonna take our other one from the Marmalade set. And I got a piece of white. And, well, 2 pieces of white. I inked some clouds onto here. And a ripped sandy bottom part. I'm gonna start by attaching this one here. And here I cut out that smallest heart that you get in the Sassy Club ATC Die to create a shaker window. So let's attach that A2C sized acetate. And let me know, I have 2 cards after this, one with the stitch and one with the Paddington. Let me know which one you guys want to see first, because I don't mind at all. Again, don't forget to remove that protective layer here. And that is not straight, so I'm just gonna use my scissors. Oh, that was not straight at all. Whoops. And there we go. Sandy says Paddington. Elena says Paddington. I think we have a winner, you guys. Oh, this is a little bit too close to the heart. Martinique wants to see Stitch. Well, I think we will be able to do both anyway, you guys. But, hi Karen, nice to see you. Paddington as well. If you think she's not lining everything up, that's because I like to make the shaker window smaller. Because otherwise you would need a lot of shaker bits to just have that little part visible. Which I find a waste of my sequence. So I always close them up around that shape. This one long enough? It is. Nice. I just packaged your order, Karen, before the live, so I will post it after the live. And again, anti-static powder. And we can actually use somewhat of the same sequin colors. Because I gave him a red hat and a blue jacket. Might add a little bit of yellow. Yeah, if I'm yellow. Oh, I just love making shaker ATCs, you guys. So fun. There we go. And now again, the dangerous part. Get all of this off. Oops. Yeah, there we go already. These are so fun to put in orders as well. They take less time than cards, obviously, so but you still have that shaker surprise. Okay. Like that. And again, a protective layer. So our acetate is nice and shiny. And a little bit of glue. And again, gonna put this towards myself because I want it to be all lined up. There we go. Cute. I love these mini shaker things you can put in there as well. And I was thinking just putting this behind him. If you guys hear aggressive typing in the background, Edward is playing a game, so that is what you hear. And this cutie a little bit to the left. Will fit so nice here. I love these. So we have a see-through one. It's kind of hard to write a message on the see-through ones, of course. I usually just attach a post-it to it with my message. Sometimes I forget to put a message, but you know. And this one obviously has a thank you, right? And this one, like I said, you could fit it onto an ATC if you cut off a little bit of the umbrella or a little bit of his suitcase, but these two fit really nicely. Dankjewel, Sunny. Dankjewel, Irina. Yeah, the heart is really cute, but you have also the speech bubbles that you can use. This ripped edge, the white comic, the postage. So yeah, lots of options. You even get like a small little ticket die as well, which I always like, ticket dies. So it really makes it easy to create see-through shakers or these sort of shakers. It's just nice and easy, and with these ATC sized acetate that we now sell, it's even more easy to create your shakers. So let's put these to the side. And Paddington 1, if I'm not mistaken. So we are gonna grab those. I love beren. I love bears. Yes, and me too. My favorite set for ATC at this moment is same. Definitely, it's just great. I love shaker cards, so it's no surprise I love shaker ATCs. Okay, so to no one's surprise, we'll be using this Marmalade set. This one can be on an ATC. This one, if you cut a bit off. Let me check for this image that we'll be using on the card. It also fits on an ATC, you guys. So yeah, two of them fit, and this one almost. Okay, so this one we'll be using. And then I'm also putting in the Fawn Big Blossom Flowers from the previous release. We still have one in stock of these, so if you want it, be sure to grab it. Then I'm using a Fawn Stitch Oval and a Scallop Stitch Oval and a Spellbinders hot foil plate for the Happy Mother's Day, because I will be turning it into a Mother's Day card. Anti-static powder gold tip. Now I used, yeah, it is. It really helps because this sort of tape, it still has a little bit of stickiness here. A bear themed ATC swap. Yeah. Janneke also had some ideas for ATC group, but I will add this one to the list for sure. Yeah, Sandy also wanted this one. Yeah, I mean, you also have other anti-static powders. I do love this soft nib, but it's not available anymore, sadly. So, but they have lots of anti-static powders from other brands. Okay, I'm getting distracted already. Let's put this to the side. I left this one playing because I thought it would be nice to show one I colored myself. Okay. So what I was thinking, I have just a standard size card base. In my case, I always work with inches, so it's 5.5 by 4.25 inch. This is long foam pattern paper. We're gonna attach that. I am gonna unclog my glue. So I had the feeling just now that not much was coming out of there. I left it open again as always. Yeah, good idea, Helena, because a lot of brands have those. And there we go. But yeah, Mother's Day is coming close, so I thought it would be nice to use this one. My mother loves bears. She used to collect these bear statues, bilges. So yeah, I thought it would be fun. This one I want to have popped up, so I'm gonna grab some foam. Also, the pre-order for Sassy Club is open up to and including coming Monday, you guys. It's on the Webshop. New products, but as always, you can also pre-order all the products or ones that are out of stock at the moment. Popsicle Sticks pre-order is still open up until tomorrow. And for the Sweet November stamps lovers, I expect there will be a Mermaid release coming soon. So we will of course order that one, and then also ask around if people would like older stamps from them. My glue is not feeling it today. I'm very excited about Mermaid that Sweet November always does. It's just not sure I will have the time, but we'll see. Let's try to get this in the middle. There we go. And then this one will be our sky, and this will be our grass, of course. And I also already cut some of the flowers. I love this. I have this backdrop die from Fawn, which I was already in love with. And now they have these loose flowers that are a little bit smaller as well. So they are great to use in your background for not just love for you guys. Combine brands with each other, I always say. You can use dies from brands with any other brand stamps. That really helps to make products more versatile, I feel. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, let's divide them like this. Okay, oh, sorry you guys. Yellow up here. That one. So those are ready to go. I think I'll do them like this. So let's attach the leaves already as well, actually. So they can dry nicely while we do our inking and our coloring. And there we go. Oh yes, Irina, I got your ATCs for the swap group, but also for my capybara ATCs. I love them. I'm a purple. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's do the grass. Here I thought I had all my inks prepared already, but that was wrong. Aw, thank you. I absolutely love them. They are so cute. And purple is always a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna start with Twisted Citron, you guys. And then I'll add Shabby Shutters. And actually it's quite a light color contrast, but I find these two colors just make for a pretty spring grass, if that makes sense. A little bit lighter, like a bit more sunlight on it. I don't know. I just love this color combination. It's nice and subtle, but There we go. Yes. Purple and browns are definitely like a good combo anyway, so. And then our sky. I was thinking pulling a little bit in of that yellow from our background paper, which is a very light yellow. So I was thinking of using scattered straw, which is also kind of like a pastel yellow. And I want to apply it a little bit more dark at the top here. And then a little bit lighter in the middle, even though I think most of the middle will get covered up by our bear, but you know, doesn't matter, does it? Okay, let me put my ink brushes away. Let's clean this up because we will need it again for our stitch card. There we go. I do want to add some splatters. Just water droplets. Just gonna let that come in a bit. And I want to use some splatter white from Spellbinders. Mine is really dry, as you can see. It does dry in your pot, but that doesn't matter. You can just add a bit of water and see? It just turns into paint again. You could also put some water in your jar, actually. It might be more handy anyway, but hey, already done. Grab a paper towel to take away our splatters here. And then add a little bit of white. There we go. Let me put these off to the side so it can nicely dry. Okay, now we have everything prepared, I think. Just need to color him. I colored these two with my Ola markers, but I know most of you guys have the geez, words today. The Ohu markers. So I got a request to do it with that actually, so I will. That's no problem. Let's start with our bear. I need to find my markers, sorry you guys, but they're under my desk. And there we go. I'm gonna use the E160 for the nose. Just so I remember that this one I want lighter than the rest. I'm gonna use the E220. Do I need to zoom in, you guys? Let me know for the coloring. So I can zoom in a little bit if it's needed. Ja, ik heb de oude nummers inderdaad. Yes, I have the old numbers. So if you want to see it in the new numbers, you have to look. I do know they have some charge for that. I will zoom in. No problem. Better. Remind me to zoom out, you guys. If we're gonna assemble the card again. Otherwise it will be very close, I feel. Okay, the E260. just gonna some shading. Some spots. There we go. And then the 240. I'm gonna blend out that 260 we did. If you're looking for someone who can like give fur texture, you're not in the right place. I tried multiple times. But I cannot. Graag gedaan. So, you know, I just color it quite, yeah, easy. Just the 3 shades. There we go. Oh, his face might be handy. I do want to add a little bit of shade in this color on the nose part as well. Then 260 again. And I'm also going to use that for his nose. 240. And 220. Like that. My caps back on. And then I will use the E160 for his nose again. There we go. Nice and cute. Then I do want to do a red hat still because it's so iconic, even though it doesn't quite match our color scheme, but I want that. So I'm gonna use quite light red with the R070 here. And then for shading, I'm going to use the R150. Like that. Don't think we need anything else in red. So let's go with this coat. I do want to make it like a light blue, even though the real one is a bit more dark blue, but for our color scheme again. Here I used yellow raincoat. I know in the new movie and everything it is blue, but when I was young it was yellow. Okay, so I'm gonna use the B250 as my darkest. Also, I know I skipped Fawn live. Normally I do a live with Fawn for a new release. I just didn't have time to make or prepare anything. Would you guys still be interested in a live with the new Fawn release? Or you guys say, no, do more Sassy Club or Waffle Flowers, Sweet November, Popsicle Sticks, whatever. Just let me know, because I was thinking of doing a Fawn live still. This is the B220, by the way. But if you guys not interested in it, because, you know, maybe you've seen some cards and everything made with it already on Instagram. I just did not have time to do it this time. There we go. Dus laat zeker weten als jullie nog een Fawn live willen, jongens. Ik had er nu geen tijd voor. Maar normaal gesproken doe ik dat altijd. Everything is fun. Fun to see you craft. Yes. Thank you, Elina. Appreciate that. So I want to give him some yellowy gold clips. Knopen. Yeah. Anyway, these things. I like to use the... Oh my god, what is that? In English. I'm just going to do it in Dutch. The J, R, the ... R33. And I have this fine tip instead of the chisel, so that works really well for areas like this. And I also want to add it to the details of his cover. Sure. I don't know the English words today apparently. Okay. I think I want to do a very pale yellow to bring in that yellow again. I'm just looking at my spreadsheets of colors. What would be nice? Maybe the 30 and 40s, if I can find them. Let me try this on the scrap piece. Okay, Sandy. Doei. Yeah, I think that will work. So yeah, the dots, because I don't remember the letter in English for some reason. 040. It's my darkest. And then the dot 030. It's a bit too close in color for me, so I am gonna go back in with that one. Well, that's our Paddington with the O's instead of the Olo markers, you guys. If you want to know the Olo colors I used for this one, or for example, let me know. You can always PM it, of course. Now let's add our white highlights. Because I always love that. You can skip it if you don't like them. But I do. Oh, what a cutie. This one is a little bit like less dark than, well, yeah, the red obviously is, but the brown is kind of similar to this brown actually. A little bit lighter maybe. Okay, let's grab back our card base. Should be nice and dry now. Yes, I did not hold for my... I'm pretty sure I did hold for my sentiment, but then I lost it again. Well, do that off camera, because that will take up a lot of time for nothing. Just need to make sure I leave some space for it. Oh, I need to zoom back out, don't I? Haha. I'll zoom out a little bit, you guys. Like that. And then our grassy border. I'm leaving this open, so no glue there, because I want to stick those flowers in that we assemble. There we go. Just put him on here to see where we want the flowers to go. with the pink there. Just seeing. Yeah, oh, it's cute. I'm gonna cut them down a little bit because they are a bit too high. Nice to colors together. Thank you, Irina. Yeah, I did want to keep the red hat because it's just so iconic. Even though I have not used red anywhere. Usually I then go for a different color, you know, but I really wanted to keep that red hat. Like that it's light blue instead of yellow or dark blue coat, I'm not sure. But the red hat is just, I wanted it. And then let's get this one in. I don't mind it overlapping a little bit on the scallop. If you do, then just move it or cut it even shorter, you know. I am loving these flowers from Waffle, you guys. These will be so useful for spring cards. So nice size. And then this one will go here, pop top of course. And I can show you guys the one I made off camera, so you can see what I did with the sentiment or what I was planning on. And I know I hot foiled too, but you know, it's a small piece, so it probably went somewhere it wasn't supposed to go. But that's okay. I just hate it when I have to turn on that hot foil machine for just a sentiment, but there we go. Oh, cute. Cute, cute, cute. I love this new Paddington set. It was definitely the most popular from you guys as well in the shop. Together with the Betty Boop one, actually. That one did really well too. There we go. Isn't he adorable? And this is the one I made off camera. With the more salmony pink in it. And then here I have Happy Mother's Day hot foiled on the same piece as the background paper. So here I hot foiled it on this yellow one. So cute, love it. Thank you guys. So yeah, that's it. I just need to find my sentiment or do it again. But that's okay. Let me put this one I already colored. I still have to make a card with him. I do have an idea. Okay. Then stitch. This one I made off camera. And then for our next one, let me put this out of the way. There we go. This one out of the way as well. We'll be using 2 hillside borders, an ocean border from Fawn. These are, and this is the, don't remember the name. Well, I will link it down below. But it is Hotful Play Berry something, I think. But it's these cute little candy bears. And you get the coordinating dice as well. So you can use it as a background or cut out the bears, which I love. We'll be using that. I'm using the Popsicle 6 and Mid Ones A7 layer dice because we will be making an A7 card. Then of course we will use the Mahalo. This Valentine one we saw on the ATC. This we saw on the beach. And these two we will be using on the cards. So we have seen all of them. I'm pulling in the Sassy meal die, this one. It's McDonald's themed obviously, but I always use this die for Christmas, for summery cards, and just turn it into like either a Christmas with like the topping and some Christmas things in there, or a summery drink with the ice cubes and citrus or something in it. I'm gonna use the shaker Sassy meal shaker add-on for that. So you get the frame to create a shaker, you get the ice cubes, the topping and stuff. So just use those together. And then I have prepared, of course, my card base. We need to ink up our background. But first, I wanted to assemble that Sassy meal shaker card. So I got the base piece out of purple with a topping, of course, and then the frame I got out of some double-sided foam. So it gives it the height, and it already has adhesive. I'm just gonna use a little bit of glue on there and create our shaker well. Then I cut the frame again out of the purple. I did already attach my acetate, you guys, but it's just double-sided tape. Stick it on your acetate, cut around it, and you know, ready to go. So nothing too fancy. Let's remember our anti-static powder again. Whoop. And then I hot foiled these bears and cut them out of some rainbow hot foil, as you can see, and they will be our shaker bits. I thought that would be very fun and playful. So I'm just making sure they're right side up. Cannot get them out of there easily, but I love these. I had them for a while and I already put them away, like used, but I did not use them yet. And I forgot about them. And here the ice cubes that you get with the shaker add-on I cut from some pearlescent vellum. And I'm just gonna do one like in front, two in the back, and then just sort of shake. I think that's very cute. Oops. Oh, and I already attached the topping, as you can see, obviously. So it's nice and hidden. Take off that double-sided adhesive. A little bit of glue. Let's clean up our acetate a little bit. Just use a cloth, some rubbing alcohol. And there we go. And then line this one up. And clean up the front. There we go. How cute, right? And then I was thinking I might add a cute little bow, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see. Oops. And for this you do need an A7 card, as you can see. It's quite large, so oh, let's shake it a bit. It is paper, of course, so it doesn't shake as well as normal sequins, but it moves. And I just like them as a shaker detail, just to fill up for the cup, basically. Like, you know, just like it. If you really wanted to shake like well, you should just stick with the ice cubes and your normal sequins. Okay. Do want to plan out our card here. I want an ocean and a sky. I think I will start the ocean right here. And of course a little bit of sand. Like right there. Let's start with our two sand borders. I usually use antique linen and tea dye for my scents. Just think that's a very good color combination for it. There we go. And then add some shading with our tea dye. That's our first scent border. Let's now use the stencil as a mask, like that. And then I do want to add a second scent border. This one needs a refill. And there we go. And tea dye. There we go. Now I can use this one as a mask to put in our water. So I'm going to use selfish patina and peacock feathers for you guys. And I love using stencils behind this. You could do this with die cuts as well, of course. But because we're adding quite a big shaker element, I always love to keep the rest of the card a bit more flat. These for mailing purposes, like for looks, you could definitely use die cuts. Then let's use peacock feathers. Like that. We'll go back in our salvage patina to blend that out nicely. Oh, that looks good. And then we can use our ocean. Let me double check if our ocean is big enough. Yeah, definitely. Now we can use the ocean stencil as a mask. And because we made this one purple, I want to do purple sky. So I'm going to use milled lavender at the top, which is a very, very light purple. Really loading up my brush here. Not sure how well it shows up on camera, but it is a color, I promise. And then the shade Lilac, one of my favorite purple shades from the Stress Ink. It's like a nice pastel-y purple, which I love. And the Wilted Violet is definitely a favorite for the bright purples. And the Halloween together with Villainous Potion. So good. Uh-oh, I got a little thing there. Let's go back in with the milled lavender. Pretty. Pretty, pretty. Nah, actually it's A little more here. There we go. You could also use pattern paper if you hate inking, but I'm an ink junkie, I always say so. There we go. Oh, thank you, Alina. Thank you. And again, going in with some water. Let that sit for just a little bit. And then instead of white, I'm going to use my favorite Spellbinders Sparkle. Restocked as well, by the way. For some shine and glitter. Let's dry that up. There we go. Let me clean this before I forget it. These were done with inking, right? Yeah. There we go. Now the glitter particles do float to the bottom if you don't use it a while, so always shake your bottle. Then you don't need water or brush. It's like a nail polish on top of here. We also have this one in black, so if you want to be prepared for Halloween. It's called Raven. These are so nice and easy to use. There we go. Add some shine. I always love some shine. Pretty. So that can dry. Let me clean up my stencils. It's not that interesting, I know, but otherwise I forget and put something on top of there that is white, for example. There we go. Okay, now, like I said, I shown this one, the Valentine one. Then here we have the one that goes to the park and has all kinds of snacks like popcorn, a park ticket on his neck, ice cream, churros, a Mickey hat, or a cookie, Mickey shaped cookie, and here the one with it's supposed to be a corn dog. It's kind of an American thing, but I thought it would work as a sugar suikerspin. A sugar spider? That's probably not it. So we'll be using those. And this one, of course, look how cute. Let me force this to dry, you guys. There we go. Let's attach it to our background piece. Candy floss. Okay, I would never have guessed that word. I was already like, if I translate it literally, it would be sugar spider, but that did not seem like an English word at all. Sometimes it is as easy as the literal, translation, but also oftentimes it's not. Let's see where it opens. Yes. I'm gonna press it down from the inside because our front panel could be a little bit wet still. I don't want to risk ruining my ink. There we go. I think the most easiest, I'm thinking, would be to start with our mug. I was thinking like this. Oh, I want it higher, like right there. Yeah, these two can overlap a little bit, like that. Just thinking, if you want a sentiment. You are my Ohana. Aw, I do like that. That one. Maybe here. Is that a weird spot? I don't care. I'm gonna put it there. I can already tell I want more on this card. If you guys have followed me, I usually make my cards pretty full. And I don't find this full enough. Especially on the top. I find it very heavy on the bottom. Not as much on the top. So I will be adding stuff there. Oh, I cannot grab this magnet for the life of me. There we go. Cute. Because now our card is nice and flat, so I wanted to do that sentiments right now. We'll clean that up after. There we go. Now let's adhere our jar thing. Just put my magnet on here to keep it straight. Of course, add our glue. Oops. And then let's test this one nice and high. You need some foam, of course, to be the same height as the candy floss. That's on the shaker mug here. Mug, jar. Oh, well. Whatever, guys. You guys know what I mean. Is this foot off to the side? Yeah, just about. Always remove it if I put it too far in. There we go. Which I definitely did. Weirdly enough. Whoops. I think just this foot is outside, isn't it? Let's cut a little bit of tape. Yeah. Like that. Yeah, definitely. Okay, add some on the bottom part. Yeah, this set is really cute. What I love is that you have like, well, this one candy themed. I mean, there exists a lot of candy themed dies, stamps you could combine it with. This one for the park, which works really well with some other Sassy Club products. In my opinion, this ear does not need a thingy. You get that off. Yes. And you have the beach one, or it is not a beach one, but them cuddling, which I added on the beach, but you know, you could do anywhere, of course. I think it will need a little bit more tape right here. Yep, there we go. So four totally different like ones. The Cupid one is cute for Halloween, because you know, stage dressed up as Cupid can also be Halloween. Or for Valentine, obviously. The old one is cute as well from stage, but it only has like tropical stage, so to say. This one has a bit more options. This cutie right here. I think you guys know what I mean, right? It's very heavy, like there's a lot on the most bottom part and not a lot up there. So I'll probably add, I'll make more of these candies and put them in here as well to decorate, and maybe one of the ice cubes as well that like runs it out. And I'll probably get like these silhouette birds to go into the sky, so it fills it up a little bit more. I think I do like that. And oh, we also have this bow that I thought would be cute, but no, I'm not too sure. I will think about that bow. Well guys, this was it. We made a lot of things today, and I showed every image of the Mahalo and every image of the Marmalade stamp set. So I hope you guys have some ideas. If you voted on the first visit stamp with the button die, check those products out on the Webshop. I already made quite a few projects with it, so there's a lot of pictures there already for some ideas. And I will finish this one at the top of camera, because looking at the time and before my hot foil machine is hot enough, and you know, I found the stamps I want to use from the sky, it will be pretty far along again. But of course I will share the finished card later on Instagram and Facebook group. So thanks everyone for watching, and I hope everyone has a very nice weekend. Bye bye.